Hello guys, welcome to Mr. Luis's Tidbits of Information on Technology. I wanted to share with you today briefly how we can use Microsoft Forms to create surveys. That way we can put a survey out to your friends, to your classmates, to your parents, or literally to anybody out in the entire world. These could be questions that are more casual, more friendly questions, or it could be more serious surveys. But it's a good way to collect information that can be used for a number of things. Okay, so I'm going to show you here how we can do that. The first thing we got to do is we got to log into our office.com account. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to office.com like I did here, office.com, office.com. And in this case, you need to sign in with your credentials, with your school credentials. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Depending on your computer, the system might already remember who you are. Otherwise, you have to sign in with your email and your password. So once you do that, I'm going to be in my Microsoft account, which I already logged in. It's going to look just like this. Okay, I'm on Office 365. I'm in my account. I know that because I can see my icon up here, my little name. Once in my Office 365 account, I'm going to go to Forms. So I'm going to click on my little grid here, the top left, and I'm going to find Forms. Where's Microsoft Forms? Here it is, Forms. I can also go to all apps to see other apps. But in this case, I'm going to click on Forms because that's what we're going to do. Now, once you create a form, it's going to go into this list. I have a bunch of forms here, but we're going to focus on creating a brand new one. So we click here on New Forms, and we're going to give it a title. So instead of Untitled Form, we're going to click it, and I'm going to call it Test Form Mr. Luis. Just a test, a practice. Okay? Then I'm going to click outside. When I click outside, then my title gets selected. I'm going to start with my first question. Add a new one. So I click Add New. We're going to concentrate on two main types of questions. Multiple choice, where you have to select one or more options, or text, where you are going to answer a question with your own words. So depending on what kind of question you want to select multiple choice or text. For example, let's say I'm doing a survey for a school, for a grade, but I want to know what grade is the student in. The students in 4th grade 1, 4th 2, or 4th 3, depending if they have different sections, or they're in 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. So we'll start with a question like that. So it's going to be multiple choice. I click on multiple choice, and the question is, what is your grade? Okay, simple like that. So option 1, let's say we're looking at, okay, my grade is 4th. I'm in 4th grade. Option 2, I'm in 5th grade. I'm on another option, 6th grade. And you can continue doing more options, correct? If I click outside, then my options are ready to be answered. But now I said I want to make sure that the students answer one of those, that they don't skip this question. So I'm going to click on the question again, and I'm going to click here right at the bottom right where it says required. I'm going to turn that on. That means, click outside, means that this question has to be responded for you to submit the survey. Notice that you have a little red asterisk. Means that this has to be responded. You cannot skip this question. Okay, I recommend doing that. Okay, my next question is going to be a text question because I want the students to tell me what is their name. So I'm going to put that in there. What is your name? Okay, it could be what is your first and last name. You can select it any way you want. For simplicity purposes, we'll keep it at what is your name. Okay, you notice that the required selection is on already because it remembers what I did before. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to click outside. Now you say, but Mr. Luis, you have the grade first and then the name. Don't you want to ask first the name and then the grade? Certainly, that makes sense. So I'm going to click, I'm going to move this question number 2 to the first place. How do I do that? Well, click on the question and then go here to the up. It says move up. I click that, click outside, and there it is. What is your name? They're going to put the name. What is your grade? You're going to put the grade. If I want to change something here, I just click on the question and I can go ahead and click on the answer, and I can change this to anything I want. Okay, I can add another grade, or I can remove that by clicking the delete button. So it's very flexible, very has a lot of possibilities. Okay, I'm going to add a new question, and this is going to be a text question, and I'm going to ask something about. I want to keep it friendly. I don't want to be too serious about this, because just for practice. So this next one is going to be like what is your favorite class or classes? What is your favorite class in school or classes? And then it's going to be a answer. Okay, and the next one is a text too. Why? Question mark. Okay, so here the student's going to be able to put, my favorite class is music or PE or anything else, and then here, why? Oh, because, and they're going to answer the question, and you can get some information about why they like that class. And then I'm going to add another question. This is going to be multiple choice this time. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to say, do you think we should start the day earlier? Because right now we start about 8:30 in the morning. So you ask, do you want to start the day earlier? Okay, so yes. That one's going to be no. And then the other one's going to be stay just the way it is now. Stay just the way it is now at 8:30. Yes, no, and then another one, I'm going to add an other option. This works good in case the answer might not be just yes or no on stay the way you want to. You can add an other option, and then the student can actually fill this in with a response, an actual text response. So I click like this. Do you think we should start the day earlier? Yes, no, stay just the way it is now. So, and other, if you want to answer other, if you want to explain something in more detail. So those are kind of the ways you can answer some questions, ask some questions for any topic. It could be what's your favorite food, your color, animal. It could be more serious things about what do you think about what's happening with the pandemic, the environment, all sorts of different things. So it's up to you to think about what you would like to ask of your friends. So we're going to be working on doing some forms and some questions. Once you're ready to share the form, you come over here to the top right, click on this button, share, and you have two options. Send and collect responses. The first one is only people in my organization. So this means that only people within your school with your same email address can respond to this survey. The other option is if you click on it, anyone with the link can respond. This means that anybody with the link can put there. So it could be somebody in Germany or somebody down in Peru can respond to this question, or somebody outside of the school. Okay, those are two big differences in these questions. Okay, so you say I want anybody, I want just this to be done by my friends in school. So I click only in my organization. I copy the link. See, the link is ready for you to paste. And then I would go to my email and send it, or I would go to Teams and send it, or I would paste it on a document and then share it. So once I do this, I can put this link anywhere you want and share the link. Okay, so then you would be able to, once people start responding to the survey, you go to responses, and here is where you would see the responses that people are sending. So for example, I'm going to hit preview to see how the survey is going to look. This is the way it's going to look live. So what is your name? I'm going to put Mr. Luis. What is your grade? I'm going to say I'm in 5th grade. What is your favorite class? Music and art. Now I'm going to put music and art. Why? Because I love to paint and be creative. Do you think we should start the day earlier? I'm going to say just stay just the way it is now. And then I got to hit submit. Once I do that, then the person who created the survey, you're going to see like, oh, somebody had a response. You click on responses, and here it is. You can see who responded, Mr. Luis. And right now, it's only one response. So this is everything's the same color because we only have one response. What is your favorite class? Music and art. And then the response on why. And the last question. You can see all your answers right here. So we're going to be working on that pretty soon. Practice doing some surveys, practice getting used to the forms, the different kinds of question, multiple question, multiple selection, answer, make it required, move your questions up and down. Okay? So hopefully you like this little tutorial. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful time. Mr. Luis says goodbye. Adios.